simple diffusion and facilitated diffusion are both different types of passive diffusion. So in passive diffusion, we are moving from areas of high concentration to areas of low concentration. So let's say we have this molecule that I'm drawing right now, and there's a lot of it on the outside of the cell. So if this molecule were to move from the outside into the cell along its concentration gradient, so it's moving from a high concentration to a low concentration, this is referred to as passive diffusion because we are moving along the concentration gradient and we are not utilizing any type of energy such as ATP or an electrochemical gradient. So this is referred to as simple diffusion. And in order for simple diffusion to occur, our molecules that are moving from an area of high concentration to an area of low concentration must be small and non-polar. So water sometimes, although water is polar, it is a small molecule, and sometimes it does have trouble crossing the lipid bilayer, but sometimes it can simply diffuse through passive diffusion, so areas from high concentration to low concentration. So the molecules that are not able to simply diffuse are, for example, ions, or we have polar molecules, or we have larger molecules. Those will not be able to move simply through the lipid bilayer. They're going to need an alternative method to go from the outside of the cell into the cell. That alternative method could be facilitated diffusion. In facilitated diffusion, we have some sort of a channel protein that is able to transport that molecule that is unable to simply diffuse, and it is able to move it from an area of high concentration to an area of low concentration. So if, for example, we had another molecule, we'll make it in purple this time. So let's say we have this other molecule, and it's outside the cell, and it's a higher concentration outside, and we're going to move it inside the cell, but it's too large, or it's charged, or it's polar, and it can't move through the cell membrane. It's going to move through this protein, and it's going to enter the inside of the cell. So this is simple diffusion and facilitated diffusion. In simple diffusion, we did not need a channel protein to assist the molecule from moving. But in facilitated diffusion, we did need that channel protein to help move that molecule from an area of high concentration to a low concentration. So in facilitated diffusion, we need that additional partner. We need that additional protein channel to help us move. In simple diffusion, we can simply just move through the cell membrane. What's important to note is that both of these modes of diffusion are passive diffusion. We are moving from areas of high concentration to areas of low concentration, and we are not utilizing ATP or any other source of energy. So this is passive diffusion. We are moving from high concentration to low concentration. In facilitated diffusion, we have a protein channel assisting in the movement. And in simple diffusion, we do not have a protein channel assisting in the movement because small non-polar molecules can simply diffuse through the cell membrane without a protein channel.